Hello, and welcome to my channel. I'm JadedMB666, but you can call me Jade. Today we are playing Warface Clutch. We will be playing the Easter event called Egg Hunt. So in this map, you shoot the enemy, and based off of how many eggs they have, they drop half. The team with the most eggs at the end of the round wins. I'm working on completing the event contracts and getting new guns. At the moment, I'm still setting up and buying things to add video of me playing and eventually live stream. So that will come in the future. However, right now, since I don't have all that and my in-game commentary is still not that great, I am doing voiceovers for now. So today I thought I would give you some history and background of the game, as I find not a lot of people know about the game, as it was out for a few years when I found out about it and was introduced to the game. I never heard of it prior to that. So now I'm going to give you some history of the development of the game. Warface Clutch, previously just called Warface. Warface is a free-to-play first-person shooter game powered by the CryEngine 3 game engine and is currently developed by Astrum Online Entertainment. Warface was originally developed by Crytek Kybe with the help of Tencent, co-produced by Crytek Seoul, and published by My.com. The full version of the game was released on October 21st, 2013 for PC and developed with Crytek's in-house CryEngine 3. On April 22nd, 2014, the Xbox 360 port was released, which was developed by Crytek UK, and less than a year later was discontinued in February 2015. The console version of the game was relaunched in 2018. It was released for PlayStation 4 on August 14th, 2018, and a month later on September 22nd, 2018 for Xbox One. In 2019, developers left Crytek Kybe and formed their own independent development company named Blackwood Games. On February 18, 2020, they released the Nintendo Switch version. On May 26th of 2020, a tactical shooter spin-off game named Warface Breakout for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One was released. However, that version of the game is not a free-to-play version. And on April 30th of 2024 this year, Warface Breakout servers will be closed permanently. In 2021, the developers left Blackwood Games to create a new studio called Pixagon Games, which took over further development along with Alloyd's team and My.Games. Alloyd's team actually doesn't manage the game servers themselves. Instead, Warface is licensed to a few companies around the world, so it's more available. Likewise, these companies do not have identical versions of Warface and are currently in open beta. For instance, the PC version gets updates and new seasons before the console versions and has some things that the consoles don't. As well, there is a phone app version of Warface that is also different from PC and console versions. The Warface Global Operations, aka Warface Go, for Android was released in January 2020. Other companies with licensing are Astrum Entertainment, publisher of Warface Russia after September 20th, 2023, the main server of Warface. My.Games, publisher for Warface West after February 1st, 2017, renamed to Warface International on July 1st, 2020, and then rebranded to Warface Clutch on December 5th of 2023. Mail.ru, publisher of Warface Russia until September 20th, 2023. Level Up Interactive, Warface publisher in Brazil, and was closed on December 5th of 2020. GoPlay, online game publisher in Brazil, and Warface Brazil was closed completely on December 5th of 2020. GFace, publisher for Warface Turkey, originally published Warface West as well, but stopped on February 1st, 2017. Warface West was closed on February 15th of 2019. Netplay, Warface publisher for Warface Thailand. Warface Thailand was closed on April 12th of 2018. Nexon, Warface publisher in charge of distribution in South Korea. Warface Korea was closed on November 27th of 2014. Tencent, co-producers of Warface that released Warface in China, the first server of Warface. released in 2011. Warface China was closed on June 18th of 2015. In August of 2011, Crytek announced that Warface would be released for PC in Western markets in 2012. In February 2012, the game was announced to be published by Nexon in South Korea and Taiwan. The game was released for open beta stage on Mail.ru's game client in Russia. In July 2012, Tron Worlds announced itself as a publisher of the game in the United States, New Zealand, Turkey, Australia, and Europe. The closed beta version of Warface was released in Western markets on January 17, 2013, just to clear up any confusion about the original release. So now we're going to talk about the types of combat. Versus, which is PvP, player versus player, with game types, team deathmatch, plant the bomb, free-for-all, storm, capture, destruction, domination, kill confirmed, blitz, battle royale, and hardpoint. During special events, there is gun game, bounty hunt, team gun game, brawl, and corruption. And depending on the event, it changes what it is a bit. Like this event for Easter isn't a bounty hunt, it's an egg hunt. And there's usually only like 1 or 2 of the maps at a time for each event. There is co-op, where a team of up to 5 players combat against AI-driven Blackwood forces in many different scenarios and different levels and of difficulty. New PvE missions are added daily and they also rotate. There is also Spec Ops, which like co-op is PvE missions that have different levels of difficulty and each has a different number of players and scenarios. There is also Rank, which is a PvP match where the more your team wins, the more you rank up on the scoreboard and get better rewards, being guns, charms, marks, badges, stripes, and coins. There is a battle pass each season to also get rewards as you go up in the levels. In the PC version, it is actually called the Syndicate instead of the battle pass. And I will continue with the history and background of the game and about the game when this match is over, because it's done in 38 seconds, and I will continue in the next match. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm a target. Well, domination? What the fuck are you talking about? This ain't domination, bitch. This is fucking bag attack.
You just said that's what I call domination. You dominated.
Bag and tag.
Not bag and tag either.
Pretty much. You just bag them and tag them.
So now we're going to get into the player classes. We have a rifleman. Riflemen use assault rifles, machine guns, and battle rifles. They carry ammo to refill the team's ammo and also can carry adrenaline shots for self-healing. And actually, I am a rifleman in this match. Medics use shotguns, and as the name implies, they give the team health when injured and can revive players when they are downed, but it can only happen for like a short time period. An engineers use submachine guns, or SMGs for short. They give the team armor when their armor gets low from damage. They also have a SED jumper to revive any team members that are SEDs, which we will get to that here soon. Snipers use bolt-action sniper rifles or long-range sniper rifles, and they don't carry any form of a special weapon or anything like that. The riflemen, medics, engineers, and snipers all also carry a choice of grenades like sticky grenades, Molotovs, other choices as well. They also carry a choice of smoke grenades, flashbangs, gas grenades, and of course others as well for that. The engineers and the snipers also carry landmines or claymores. However, the snipers can only carry special mines that you have to buy and get a certain amount of, whereas the engineer can carry all kinds. All these classes also carry a secondary pistol that you can choose which one you want, and a melee weapon of some type that you can also choose, like a knife, a bat, a katana, others as well. You can also unlock different skins for your inventory items as well as your person. And then finally we have our last class. Our last class is a SED. SEDs are like a robot or cyborg with unsurpassed armor. They can perform co-op climbs alone. SEDs carry heavy machine guns with infinite ammo and also can carry a grenade launcher. There was also an announcement made on the Warface website of a few other classes being added in the future or already are in the PC version. So there's that to look forward to too. Even though there isn't an actual story mode to the game, there is a bit of a story among the co-op and the spec ops that you can kind of play through. And the game itself actually has a background story. So now I'm going to tell you the Warface background story. Conspiracy, corruption, and chaos. The world of Warface is a fractured one. A world struggling to emerge from decades of devastation, battered and beaten by the deepest and longest economic freefall in modern history. This recession has affected the strongest national identities and moral ideals. An increasingly smaller percentage of powerful individuals control an increasingly greater percentage of the global wealth. Against threats to its ever more comprehensive interests, late capitalism fortifies its ivory tower with walled compounds, weapon systems, and the unregulated might of the ruthless, ultra-capitalist paramilitary force known as Blackwood. You are part of Warface, an elite force that fights back against the brutal and worldwide reign of terror. Failure is not an option as you begin to tackle oppression wherever it has taken root. So that's the background history of the game. I really enjoy playing this game. I play it actually a lot with my fiance as he runs the clan I'm in. If you have any questions about the game, feel free to ask in the comments below. And that's all I actually have for the history and background right now. I have not been able to come across any controversies or anything, so I'm going to let this match finish out and then let a couple more play without commentary over top. So if you want to watch those, feel free. If not, just fast forward to the end screen and I'll tell you more about the next video.
Why are you shooting at me?
I thought you were the enemy. I'm just trying not to die right now. I have 23 eggs.
You don't follow me. I'm harming an enemy.
What's up with the thing on the...
You've got 2 more minutes to defeat them.
No! Get the purple egg. Good boy.
Ah, for fuck's sake, I'm surrounded. Told you not to follow me.
I wasn't. I was trying to figure out what that red thing is on the map.
I did not take the photo. It's a fucking trap. They taunt you with all these precious eggs. As soon as you go over there, you're dead.
One minute to go.
Purple eggs everywhere.
Get the egg, dummy.
What if you went in my way?
Too late.
I was stuck on you. Make me lose more purple eggs.
Oh,
I have 43 eggs. Okay, I'm staying right here.
That's a wrap, guys. We won.
Better one out of like half the eggs in my pocket.
I was trying to fucking kill everybody.
Never cut your ears.
Apparently, you cut somebody's hair. I don't know whose hair you fucking cut, but
Probably Noah's.
no, I think it was Isaiah or somebody's. Yeah, he hasn't cut fucking hair in years.
Oh, buddy, snuck up on mine.
Oh. I killed everybody. Except for one guy. Fucking popped out of nowhere. Don't you shoot at my goddamn gator.
Nobody shot at me.
That's because I killed him.
Oh!
This fucker. I was trying. What the fuck's this? There's too many of them. Team ain't doing shit. Everybody just keeps hanging around. Thank you, teammate. You fucking saved my life because I had to reload. Ooh, I'm gonna grenade into the base. Ain't getting that egg, asshole. Oh no. hate that fucking SDK, man. That thing is stupid. Pissing me off.
Purple egg. Somebody get my 12 eggs.
Trying.
Damn it, the enemy got 'em.
No, they had it. There's a gold egg in the middle. I had it. Me and the teammate, and then I got shot in the face. Trying to cover his ass. Oh. Teammate!
There's 11 eggs sitting there.
I'm trying. There's too many.
Oh, our team got it.
That was gonna be my fault.
SGTP paid.
2 minutes left to finish the match.
Health attack.
Lieutenant Fred has my freaking eggs.
Oh my god. Fuck's sakes. I can't get out of there. They're all hunting me now.
Oh,
1 minute to go.
there's a cool egg and a purple egg.
I know, there's 2 purple eggs out there too. I couldn't get it at a fucking drive.
Fuck, they got the... Oh, there's an egg for 21.
Oh my god, there was, yeah, I just got a triple kill and there was fucking 3 of them. I had
Oh,
it.
we got them.
Fuckers. I killed every single fucking one of them. Couldn't get those eggs though.
There's an egg for 23 eggs.
Oh my god, I can't get over there. They got it all.
You need to kill those 3 that are highlighted.
Got one.
2. The other guy's right here.
Close, guys.
Oh, fuck.
Next time, right?
If we had got him, we would have got it. Mother effers.
fuck's sake, I was a target.
Were you?
And I got hit by that fucking gold Beretta. Cunt. Some bitch.
Whatever. There's so many eggs.
Oh my god. Every time I get out there. Fucking people up. Fucking sniper. Kill him, medic. Oh my god.
I'm trying. I suck. Don't yell at the medic.
Fucking medics.
I'm a target. I'm a target with a crappy ass shotgun.
Yeah, you stole my egg.
Well, come get it back.
I'm trying. Oh shit. Get me out of here.
Oh, we're both a target.
Get me the fuck out of here. At least let me reload.
No, there's two of them. Stupid sniper.
Fuck up that sniper and that other fucking boyfriend of his. Oh, fuck off, motherfucker. Eat dirt.
Ah!
Oh, and there's too fucking many of them. That goddamn fucking sniper and his boyfriend keep popping out of nowhere.
The target dude is one of them.
Fuck you, dick.
Got him.
Ah!
No!
Fucking Claymore.
It caught three of us. But I think our teammate got most of the eggs.
Oh my god, I was gonna
Got
say, this guy
him.
don't fucking die. Save your life. Save somebody's life.
I don't know, but keep me safe. I got like all the eggs.
Well, this teammate's running around with half of them.
I got the other half.
Oh shit, somebody just got popped in front of me.
I saw that.
Fucking nowhere from.
I don't know where from either.
We've only got 1 minute left.
No, not going that way. I found a sniper, they're coming through the bridge.
I'm getting upstairs.
Oh my god. I can't see.
They're coming from the bridge again. They're trying to get me. No! Oh no. It's okay, we're still winning. He got that egg, but we're still winning. He's upstairs. Like a bunch of our eggs. Oh, I'm getting my eggs back. You died.
I killed him.
There's one coming in.
No, I'm trying. I'm coming. Motherfucker, get out of here.
Oh, thank God.
Great work, guys.
I was like so ready for him to poke his head up. He was coming to get that egg that I got.
No, it was coming.
Because the other one that was marked got killed, you took him out, and I went up and got the egg, and just as I collected the egg, I seen his freaking thing come up. I was like, oh no, he wants it. It's only my newest song. Oh, it just switched back. It worked for like a second. It glitched itself to working properly for a second. It's saying the right amount of songs in it. It worked until I went to scroll down to the bottom too quick.
Let's get scrolling.
Yeah.
Oh my god. walked into a shit show. Fuck's sake. Fucking SPK. That gun is stupid.
What is that? Oh, that's that thing, or the armor thing.
Yeah.
Cool. So you just stand on it when you need armor or something? It's not saying to push anything. Or can I just not use it because it's not mine?
I have no idea. I've never had to use it.
Mother...
Oh my god. Fucking death dealers.
This map is so huge.
I know, I don't
For this.
Yeah.
For like only 6 people.
Fuck me, those SPK. These guys there.
They're in that tunnel there.
I know, I'm trying. Not working. Cleared them out.
They're coming back.
Oh, I know they're coming back. Oh. I had a gold egg and buddy killed me.
It was purple.
Fuck. Get the purple egg, buddy. I get fucked up by the purple egg. Oh my god, there's too many. Fucking death dealers. There's gotta be at least 3 or 4 of them. Fuck. There's a lot of eggs up there.
Yeah, because everybody goes up there and gets killed even though. I'm now top priority.
I'm out. I got the eggs.
Yeah, I'm top priority, you're top priority. Don't go too far.
Checking the backside.
2 minutes left to finish the match.
get the gold egg. Get
I
the
know,
gold
I
egg.
fell. Fucking buddy.
Oh, it's only 4. Why is it gold if it's only 4? Oh, because I
He
dropped
got me
it.
killed. Bitch, give me my egg back. Ah! No, Jabaz! Fuck me, he was killing me the last fucking couple games ago. I couldn't get rid of him. He's been on my ass the whole time. Fuck this guy.
Okay, get the eggs, people.
We're trying, we're moving. Fucker. The fuck did the 7 John do? No way. I should have fucking known he was in. We're losing.
Whatever. Like it didn't do shit.
Uh-huh, she don't die.
That's a wrap, guys. We won.
I don't know how the fuck we won, but apparently we did.
So that's it for tonight, and if you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and feel free to comment below and share the video. Tune in to the next video as I share more of the game look, the weapon classes, match types, and more just about it in general. I'm Jaded MB666. Thank you for watching.